Hey everyone, this is Michelle with Foxy Chick Designs and Magnolia Design Company. How is everyone doing tonight? Just waiting for some people to pop on and getting things shared a few different places. Let me see here. As you're popping in, if you will say hello so I know that you are here. Yeah, of course. Okay. Here we go. Just getting a few things shared and set up while everybody is popping on. All right. Got that posted over there. Let's see. Get that turned off. I'm able to see comments. So I think we are about ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and throw the website in the comments. At least I think I am. Okay. Whoop. All right. People are starting to pop on. If you would please say hello when you jump on, so that I know that you're here. Hope everyone had a good day today. It was a beautiful, beautiful day here in Northwest Indiana. It was like 75 degrees. Well, it still is 75 degrees, but we're supposed to be getting a doozy of a storm, so it will cool off real quick. As you can see, I'm quite windblown. Sorry about that. Anyhow, wanted to get started. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Miss Marlena, how are you? I am Michelle. I am with Magnolia Design Company and Foxy Chick Designs. Oh, I do too, Amanda. We really need to catch up with our Tuesday tutorial. Tonight, I'm going to be using a new stencil that I just got, our Anchor, and our Together We Make a Family stencil. I'm going to combine the two to make a really cute project. First of all, let's get to business. If this is the first time that you are watching one of my live videos, if you will comment number 1. Hey, Tiff! If you have watched me before or you've heard of Magnolia Design Company, if you would comment with a number 2. And if you're popping on here live, if you will comment #live, and you'll know if we're live by there's a little red live button right about there. If you're catching me live, if you would comment #live, and if you're catching the replay, if you would comment #replay. Hey, April, how are you? Thanks for popping on. So, just wanted to show you some of the products. Hey, Miss Cynthia. Tonight I'm going to be using our Tiffany teal and our bright white. And if you've watched me long enough, you know that this is like my new favorite color. And I'm going to be using our Anchor and our Together stencil. The surface that I'm using tonight is just a chalkboard that I got. Hey babe, my hubby just popped on. Yay! A chalkboard that I got from Home Depot. I can get them in big boards and get them cut down, and I love these guys because I can either leave them as is and keep them rough around the edges, or I have a cute little frame, and I will let you see what it looks like. It looks like this. It's the frame off the stretch canvases that you can buy at any of your craft stores. I take the canvases off of them and I stain them or paint them, and I use them for a frame for the surfaces that I have right now. So those are the products that we're going to be using tonight. Hey Melinda, how are you? Hope you had a good day today. So we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera around so that you guys can see the project itself, and we will get this party started. Let me make sure I have everything I need. I'm good. Just grabbing a couple squeegees and a couple stir sticks, and I'm going to switch you guys around so that you guys can see. Hey, Mrs. Duff. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and get you guys turned. Sorry, y'all. I'm still learning my... Okay, there we go. Alrighty, get that all set up. There we go. Let's see who all has popped on. Okay, just getting my little chair here so that I can sit. All right, so the first piece that I'm going to put down is I'm going to work with our Anchor first. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get it out of its package. Okay, maybe I'm going to get it out of its package. There we go. And I'm just going to set this cellophane bag to the side. And our stencils are reusable. They are silk screen reusable. They're self-adhesive silk screen stencils that can be used over and over and over again. So I'm going to flip it over. There's a glossy side. I don't know if you guys can see the gloss. I should do that. That would be fun to have my husband do one of these lives. But there's a glossy side and then there's more of a paper side. I'm going to write what this stencil is on the paper side so that when I clean up the stencil and get it ready to put away, I put it on the correct side. Because if I were to put it on the wrong side, it can be saved, but it will take a lot of time to do so. So I'm just going to write on the back, Anchor. And so then I'm going to peel up my stencil. I'm going to work my way across. I do not want to pull from the corner because you could stretch out your silk screen and it would ruin the stencil. So I'm just pulling the backer sheet off of the stencil, and I will sit my backer sheet aside. Now, because this is a brand new stencil and I've not used it before, you can see how sticky it is. So I am going to grab one of my little cloths and I'm going to lay it down here. Babe, I think you would do awesome with one of these projects. And I'm just going to peel this back up, just getting some lint on my stencil, just so it's not quite so sticky. All right, now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and place my stencil down right where I want it. Just making sure that all of this is dusted off. And I'm going to lay my stencil right about there. And I'm just going to smooth it out, making sure that there are no air bubbles in my stencil. Just going to take my squeegee and just go over it, making sure that all of the air bubbles are out. And as you can hear, there's still some in there. If there's some in the green section, that's not a problem. You just don't want any air bubbles in your silk screened areas, because that is where you will have bleeding of the chalk paste. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to do our anchor in some of our bright white chalk paste. So I'm going to get my paste open, and I'm going to grab one of my little stir sticks, and I'm just going to give it a good stir. My white is something I use often, so it really doesn't have a chance to get hard. So I'm just going to get that all stirred up. Hey Rhonda, thanks for popping on. For you guys that are watching, at the bottom of this, hey Danielle, at the bottom of this video to the right hand side, I believe, there's a little button that says share. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing this video, I would really appreciate it. Okay. So now I'm just going to grab some of my chalk paste and I'm just going to smear it on. And I know that's way too much, but the nice thing about it is I can pick it up and put it back in the container once I've got all my areas covered. So I'm going to grab my squeegee and I'm going to start from the top, and I'm going to just work my way down, making sure that all of my silk screened areas are covered. I'm just working my way down, and a little bit of chalk paste will go a very long way. I just put more on than what I need. I know that I can squeegee it back up and put it back in the jar for later use. So I'm just going over now, squeegeeing up the excess. I think I have all my excess up. And I'm going to set my squeegee aside. And then I'm going to grab the corner. I'm going to work my way across because I don't want to grab my stencil from the corner because I don't want to stretch it. And I'm going to work my way up, just pulling straight up. And ta-da! There's the anchor part. And I'm going to set my stencil off to the side so that I can clean it when I'm done. And you can see that I've made a little bit more of a mess than what I needed to, but it wipes right off. So I'm going to grab Hey, Amanda. Thanks for popping on. If this is your first time watching, if you would comment with a number 1, and if you've watched me before, if you would comment with a number 2, I would really appreciate it. I'd like to know who my newbies are and who my returnees are. So now what I'm going to do, because I'm going to use another stencil as well, is I'm going to just have to plug in my heat tool. I have a nice little handy dandy heat tool. I'm going to go ahead and get this all dry. It doesn't take much to dry it. Well, thank you, Amanda, for popping on. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your daughter's service in the Navy and protecting our freedoms. I appreciate that sacrifice that you make as being a Navy mom. Okay, I'm gonna just check this out. Okay, and this is all dry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until it comes back to room temperature. Because if I try to put another stencil down on this and it's still warm, it will pull up the chalk paste. And that is not what I want to do. So while I'm waiting for that to come back to room temperature, I'm going to just clean up my squeegee from my white paste and set it aside. And I'm going to just go ahead. I make a mess every time. And I'm going to just go ahead and get my white chalk paste closed back up so that it doesn't dry out. And I'm going to get my Tiffany teal ready. I'm going to open it off the board so I don't make a mess. And I'm going to go ahead and give this a good stir. And this is another chalk paste that I use a lot of, so it really doesn't have a chance to dry out or get hard. But if your chalk paste did get hard, all you'd have to do is grab some distilled water and just spray it in here in the jar and continue mixing it until your chalk paste is back to the consistency that you want it. I like mine between yogurt and frosting in a can is how I like my chalk paste. So now I've got my chalk paste all ready to go. Okay. And I'm going to grab our Together We Make a Family stencil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the stencil and I'm going to put Together up here at the top with the heart, and then the We Make a Family down here in the middle. So once again, this stencil I've already used, so I've marked the back, and you want to make sure you mark your backs so that when your stencils are cleaned up, you put them on the right side to store them. So I'm just going ahead and grabbing my stencil, and I'm going to lay this down right about, let me see, where do I want to put this? I think I'm going to put it right about, I don't know where I want to put it now. What I'm going to do, no, I'm going to do it right here. And I'm going to be very careful when I push it down. Alright, I'm going to grab just a little bit of my chalk paste. I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to work my way down. Just covering the word Together. I'm going to be very careful. sure that I don't get any of the other words. I'm going to go ahead and squeegee up the excess, get it put back in the jar, being very careful how I press. And I probably should have linted this before I laid it down, and I didn't, so I'm just hoping and praying that I did not going to end up pulling up. Oh, I think I am. I'm going to be very careful when I pull this up. I did. I pulled up some of the anchor, and that's okay. We can fix that. We can fix that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our We Make a Family down here, and I'm not going to let it all drop because I don't want to pull up any more of the chalk paint. So I'm going to hold most of this up, and I went off the edge, and that's okay because I can fix that too. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that up like that, and then let's see, I'm going to set my stencil aside. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dry this. I'm going to dry our words. Okay. Hey, Miss Vicky. Thanks for popping on. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just clean up this little dot that I had over here. Now, what I could do is I could leave it just the way it is. And the place here where this all pulled up, it just looks distressed. So I do like the way it looks the way it is. What I can do though is I can grab my stencil again and very gently, very, very gently lay it back down and try to cover some of those spots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lay this back down just, I think, I'm going to try to line this up the very best that I can. And I'm going to try to be very careful though, because I don't want to pull up that teal chalk paint, the chalk paste that's already down. I want to try to be very, very careful. Oh, and I already put my white away. Well, we're just gonna try this. Okay, we're gonna try. We'll see how this goes. We may be wiping it off and starting it all over again. I do like the distressed look as well. I don't know if I'm gonna try to fix the top, but I do want to fix this little area right here. Just this little area and this little area. Okay. I may regret this. We shall see. Okay. Well, let's see how this turned out. So very, very carefully, just going to pull this up very, 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 very carefully. Yep. Should have left it alone. Because now I pulled up some of the teal. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dry this. I am going to fix the teal. And if it pulls up some of the white again, that I don't really care. Actually, no, I'm not. I just figured out something I'm going to do. Because you will never know otherwise. I'm going to take my lovely little fingernail once this dries off, because it is very hot from using my heat tool. And actually, I am going to close up my white because I am going to be done with that for sure this time. And I am going to get the rest of this teal back in my jar. And I'm going to also get this jar all closed up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is this little piece right here, just going to take my thumbnail and I'm going to work it off. And there you go. You now cannot see that the part of the R went way up here like it did. So I'm going to leave it just the way it is. It looks a little distressed and I like it like that. What do you guys think? And this is the finished project for tonight. And then I will show you, this is not the particular frame that I'm going to use for this. And actually maybe I might do a frame just like this. But the frame will go on just like this. And that will be the finished project. Thanks, Lindy. Because anchors sometimes are rusty and they look a little, I don't want to say strange, but they don't look perfect. So I'm going to leave it just the way it is. And so it will look just like this when I get it all put together. So there is our project for tonight. So I'm going to bring you back up to me again and we can chit chat for a minute. Okay, so if you like what you saw and you would like to get your hands on the products that I used tonight, I did put the link to my online store in the comments, and you can head over there and pick up your very own stencils and chalk paste, and you can create yourself. If you would like more information on how to get paid to craft like I do, if you will comment join in the comments, and I will send you a link to my opportunity video that goes over everything that you will need to know to give you an educated decision, so that you can make an educated decision on whether or not to join Magnolia Design Company and my team. Our Get Started kit right now is only $69, and you get 5 8.5 by 11 stencils. You get 4 3-ounce jars of chalk paste. You get a permanent ink. You get a surface. You get 12 little chalkable chips that you can use to practice on, or you can use them as sample kits that you put together. You get an apron, and I think that's it. And all of that for $69. If you choose not to build a team, that's fine. You can still get your hands on the Get Started kit and immediately start taking advantage of the 35% discount that creators get with Magnolia Design Company. There are no minimum quotas. There's no monthly quotas. There's, nothing. You pay $10.99 for your website to where you can place orders, and that is it. You are not required to have inventory, stock, anything. Amanda, yes, let me switch my camera around here so that you can be able to read the words. This is the finished project for tonight. And then I will frame this. This particular project is for sale. It will be $12 if you're interested. If you're interested in purchasing one of these, if you will either comment in the comments below this post, or if you will private message me and we can work out the details. But that is the project for tonight. Wanted to let you know about our Get Started kit. I enjoy doing this for fun. I love being able to make my own home decor. I love being able to make gifts for friends and family. So if you have any questions about Magnolia Design Company or Foxy Chick Designs or how the products are used, if you will message me, I will help you any way that I can. Linda, let me see. You know what? Here, I will go ahead and put I will put the link in the comments. It is already linked, but I'll go ahead and I will put it in here again. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and get this in there for you guys so that you guys can check out my online store and check out the different products. I mean, there are a lot of really nice stencils that were just released that you can create with, and you can put stencils together. The project that I made tonight, I end up using 2 different stencils, and you can create using multiple stencils at the same time. Let me see here. All right, there is the website. I just got that put on so that you guys can check that out. And that website will take you right to my website. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye.